I'm your co-host Jessica Adams here at Christ-Centered Ironworks. Today we are going to talk about making an Etsy listing. There's a couple of things that you will need for your Etsy listing, including an item to sell. You will also need, you're going to be writing a title. You will write a description. You will use some keywords that are called tags, and you're also going to need a little bit of shipping information. And how you get that is you take your item, you find what box you want to ship it in, and get an estimate of the weight for that. And you also want to go ahead and jot down on a piece of paper what size dimensions your box will be. And that'll come in really helpful when you go to make your listing. Let's begin.
You've got your store live, and it is live on the internet for people to visit. Now, you want to add some more listings to your shop, and I'm going to show you how to get to the place where you add a new listing. You're going to go under Shop Manager up here, and you're going to click that first. It's going to drop you off on your dashboard, and from your dashboard you want to go to Listings. You see the menu over here on the side, the Shop Manager title, and then Listings, about the third one down. This will bring up all your current listings that you have up that you've probably added when you started your shop. Now, when you're ready to add a new listing, you'll see up in the right-hand corner, it says Add a Listing. You'll click this button, and it will bring you to a blank listing page. This allows you to go and enter all of your information from scratch. Instead of starting from scratch on a listing, I'm actually just going to review a listing I have up. There at the top, I've added my photographs. This listing is for a lot of 10 decorative hooks. So I've got a couple of different angles, and this gives it a kind of a scale reference. They can see, oh, okay, there's a necklace. So yeah, this is a pretty small hook. Down here in my title, I used up nearly all of the allotted characters. I had 19 remaining, which you want to try to use up as much as you can. It just helps you get found in the search results. So my title for this was 10 small decorative black metal wall hooks, 1 1/4 inch twisted hook, hook lot, blacksmith made for keys, jewelry, organizer, necklace. So just kind of give some of its uses. About the listing, it's made by, in this case it was Roy. The finished product, yes, it is the finished product, and it was made between 2010 and 2017. Now for the category, the best category for this, for the hooks that I found, is under Home and Living, and then that popped up more options here, and I went down to Storage and Organization, and then it gave me even more options to choose from, and I selected Hooks and Fixtures. That's just the best category that this fits in. Down here, this is optional, but you do want to go ahead and fill this out to the best of your ability. It just helps people find you in the search results, again, which is very important. The primary color of this is black. There's not really a secondary color, so I'm going to leave that one blank. For a holiday, again, sometimes this isn't quite relevant, but just try to choose something that you think would work well. So I'm going to say Mother's Day, because that's just around the corner. And then also an occasion, you can choose something like that. This maybe would make a good birthday present. So let's see if birthday's on there. It is. So we selected birthday. Down here, renew options. I like to stick with manual. The type of item, this is a physical item. Just as an alternative, people do sell digital files, but for blacksmithing, you'll just stick with the physical items. Now for the description, you want to be descriptive. You want people to know what they're getting, and you want to kind of include a little bit of how you made the item. Kind of gives them a feel for it. You know, they don't get to see this in person, so they only get the amount of information that you provide for them. So I'm going to read my description for you. It says, "These cute little hooks are made from nails. They have a decorative twist and a curled rat's tail end. These hooks were hand forged by my husband, Roy Adams of Chrysler Ironworks. These hooks would be great as a key holder, a jewelry hook, a chain holder, a necklace hanger, trinket organizer, just an overall great decorative black metal wall hook." Then I go into some of the specifics down here. The item dimensions, it's 1¼ inches long. The patina is, they're getting a black paint finish. The quantity, it says you're purchasing 10 of these. And then it also says a larger version of this hook is available in my store. Make sure to go check out my store for more artwork. So this just gives them something that if this wasn't quite what they're looking for, that you have something different in your shop, which can be a good hook to get them in your shop and to be looking around. We're going to go down a little more. If you offer customized options like custom sizes, or maybe you just want to give them the option to have something custom made, you can check mark that. And what it does is it just puts a little button on your listing page that says email for customization, and then it'll tell you what item they're emailing you from when you go to your conversation box. A section, this is in your shop. You get to enter these yourself, and this is just to help keep your store organized. Some of the ones we have in here is bowls, hooks and such, jewelry, home decor, accessory, sculpture, and a few other ones. So I'm just going to stick with hooks and such. But if you have nothing here yet and you want to start a section, you just go ahead and click add a section, and you can type in the name of that section. Down here, these are your tags. You want to use words that describe your item and words that you would type in the search box if you were looking for the type of item you're listing. So in this case, I used wall hooks, metal wall hooks, decorative hooks, towel hooks, hand forged, blacksmith made, wall key holder, small black hooks, primitive hooks, jewelry organizer, twisted black hook, purse hanger, and key holder. Down in materials, these kind of count as tags also, so you want to be descriptive on what your project is made out of. I put steel and metal, and also black paint. Obviously, same thing here. These are the same thing, but somebody might search for a metal hook versus a steel hook. So it just gives us a wider net. The price, since I'm doing a lot of 10 items, I'm going to put my price in here for $20. And then quantity, this is how many lots that I'm going to sell. So I'm going to say I'm going to have 5 lots available, which would mean I would actually have to have 50 hooks on the shelf. Down a little further, this is where you can enter variations. I'm going to go into that on a separate video. And then down here we see shipping. Let's say these are made to order and it takes you up to 2 weeks. Then you go ahead and put 1 to 2 weeks. The item weight, I'm going to say this package would weigh 1 pound. And the envelope I would ship it in would be like a 9x6 by 1. This down here at the bottom allows you to see what it would cost somebody. Let's say I sent this to France. So my 1 pound package would cost them $23. And Etsy calculates the shipping for you. That's why you enter up here, you enter your item weight and the size of the box. So that's important when you go to make the listing, to go ahead and get an accurate weight. That way you don't want to overcharge or undercharge for your shipping. We're going to go to preview, and it's going to show us what our listing will look like when it's live. So up here we've got our photographs, the arrow button. You can kind of scroll through the photographs and see, okay, there's the hooks. That's what they look like. That's the relative size. Up here you have your title and your price, the quantity. They can select how many of 10 that they want. Here's a couple of the specifics that you entered throughout the listing. And then over here, they'll see your description that you entered in. And also up to it, there's a couple other tags. They click on the one with the stars. That tells the reviews that your shop has received. And then also shipping and policies. That's just some little bit more about you get to enter elsewhere on Etsy. To the right hand side, you see this is our shop name and some of the items in our shop, which is great because Etsy is marketing you. When somebody looks at one of your listings, they get a chance to see some of the other items you offer. Down at the bottom, this says Meet the Owner of Christ Center Forge. That was our original shop name. And it's some information that you enter elsewhere in Etsy. So now there at the very bottom, there's our tags. And then if you were making a new listing, it would say list. I'm going to click renew for this one. And then again, you click again, it says I agree to pay 20 cents. That's your listing fee. And then, it's loading. It's telling Etsy to make it live. And then up here, up at the top, your listing, it's been listed. So now you will find it on your listed items.
I hope you found this walkthrough on creating an Etsy listing helpful. This particular video is part of a series called The Business of Blacksmithing. In it, we have other videos about Etsy that'll help you how to get started. Also down in the description below, if you haven't started yet, you can get 40 free listings by using our link. And the previous video was the cost of selling on Etsy, and the video you can look for next will be using keyword tags to help get your items found. Thank you for watching and have a blessed day.